Hello, everyone. I am Alane Paulley, COO of Aurawell and Magnawave. Hopefully, you guys can hear and see me if you are watching this. Comment in the chat there. Hopefully, we are working and everything is. I'm going to let a few people get in the live here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Daisy. All right. So this is a little bit of a last minute live here that I wanted to show some of the Aurawave products and some of the attachments because I get a lot of questions about, first of all, what is my favorite attachment? How do the machines work? How do they plug in? What are all of the things? So what I've got right here is, this is a zoom paddle. This is the Aura zoom paddle. And as you can see, it gets its name for a good reason because it looks like a ping pong paddle, but we call it the zoom paddle. This is the 6-foot extension. So animal attachments usually have a longer lead here. So they're about 12 feet so that if you can be away from the machine, safely away from the machine and be, working on a large animal. For human attachments, the standard size is 6 feet. And we do sell 9-foot extensions. So like if you wanted to have a longer extension on your 6-foot attachments, you can. But the reason for that is because that we prefer the smaller attachment length is because for humans is because you just don't want a whole bunch of attachment cord all over the ground in your room. Hi, Katie. Hi, Michaela. Hi, Holly. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jeff. Great. I'm glad you guys are here. So I'm going to show you guys a few things. And if you have questions, go ahead and ask. But this is just a very basic and quick video. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about the attachments that Magnawave and Aurawell use, why we use these attachments, what my favorite attachments are. So you will hear a lot of times, anybody who's been around Magnawave for a long period of time, we talk a lot about the plugs. So this is 2 plug attachments. What does that mean? That means that these 2 ends go into the machine. All of the attachments that Magnawave and Aurawell manufacture and sell have the same attachment ends, meaning that they can be cross-used in between different machines. So if you buy a machine that comes with a large loop and butterfly loop and you buy a different machine, you can use those attachments interchangeably between each machine. So that's just across the board. It wasn't always like that with Magnawave in the past, especially when Magnawave was just a distributor for other manufacturers. Since we've taken over in the last 10 years, when we took over our own manufacturing, that was just standard. We use Speak-Ons. Very easy, very reliable. They work great. They function well. There's no need to change what's working. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Doreen. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Andy. My trip did go well. It went really well. I went to Europe for 17 days, and we did get our luggage stolen in Italy. If you want that story time, I can talk more about that Friday. I'm going to be live on Friday again. So if you have questions, I believe it's at noon Eastern Standard Time on Friday, this coming Friday. I'm going to be live. We're going to go and do some giveaways, a whole bunch of fun stuff coming. But let's talk a little bit about the zoom paddle. So this is the Aura zoom paddle. And as you can see, it has this attachment. This is copper wound really, really tight in here. So this attachment is a very pinpoint exact area. So if you are working on someone with, let's say, the Aurawave, so I'm going to put the Aurawave on my lap so you guys can see it if you're watching on mobile. This is the Aurawave machine. The standard, it's very easy. You click the attachments in on the side here, and it's silver to silver. So this silver part lines up with the silver part, and you'll hear them click right in. It doesn't matter if one is in the top, one is in the bottom. Either attachment could go in either area, either part here. So there they are. This is the Aurawave machine, and then this is the Zoom paddle. This does not come as a standard attachment with the Aurawell or with any of our machines. All of our machines come with a large loop, and I'm going to show you that, and then I'll go more in depth with the Zoom paddle. So this is the large loop. This comes with every single machine. So any pricing you see on Magnawave's website, any pricing you see on Aurawell's website, this is included. And then the other attachment that comes with it is the butterfly loop, and it looks like this. It's already pre-done, and it's a joint coil. So it's great for knees, shoulders, any type of leg. Fantastic. It goes right on that area. Great for elbows. So the butterfly loop that looks like this and the large loop that looks like this are included with every machine that Magnawave and Aurawell sells. And the reason that I'm repeating that so many times is that most high power PMF companies do not include attachments with their machines. So they only sell the machine. So if you look for pricing on their website, you are getting just the machine. You cannot actually operate it. It's like buying a machine without tires or buying a car without tires. Like you can't drive it yet. You have to pick your tires. That a lot of companies do that. Magnawave and Aurawell don't. We do include 2 attachments with every machine. Every machine is kitted that way. This would be added on if you would like. I love this because we have a box, a protector box called the Zoom box that can go over this attachment on the Magnawave side, and a hoof can stand directly on it. And yes, a horse will stand directly on this. Believe it or not, they love it. They can feel it. They like it. They like the feeling. They will stand one hoof on the paddle. Sometimes they'll even try to put both hoofs, which is why we have that Mag Energy mat guard and hoof plate so that you can do 2 hoofs at the same time on the Magnawave line. But you can actually pull it out of that box and use this. Especially on the human side, this is great for knots in muscles, any type of inflammation or muscle feeling, pain, anywhere you have like a tight knot, this is it. So let me show you. So this is the Aurawave right here, and I'm going to turn it on the side. And the thing that makes Aura different, like I hear people all the time saying, oh, you know, high power machine, or I want to buy some cheap PMF machine on Amazon, whatever you want to do. I'm going to tell you what makes this machine amazing. This machine is strong like clinical models that are sold for much, much more expensive, like up to $100,000. It's very strong. You're going to get muscle movement, but it goes as low as all of those low power mats that people lay on. So you're getting the versatility of a clinical model and the low power and the let's say the Schumann resonance of the earth, the relaxing frequencies, just like those other machines that are sold at much cheaper prices that are battery operated. You're getting the best of both worlds here. You're getting very good, just basic relaxation, but you're also getting penetration that can help with inflammation reduction. And you can pick it up. It's easy. It's travel friendly, and it's super simple. Look at this. I mean, start and stop. We're talking red and green here. We have mode that switches between time and power, okay? And then up and down. So like right now, power is on 0. We're going to turn it up to 8. And then mode, it automatically defaults to 10 minutes, okay? But you can switch over. The little arrow moves over to the timeline now, and you can go up or down. It goes, if you're set at 10 minutes, like it automatically defaults to, it will go down from 10 minutes in 1 minute increments, or it will go up from 10 minutes in 5-minute increments. Okay, so that's very interesting. Now I'm going to hit start. This machine is running. It's clicking. Okay, there's 2 different frequencies running in the background on the Aurawave at any time. So there is that, like I said before, that very strong clicking that you hear right now, that you can hear. It's like, okay, that is running, and that is that frequency for inflammation reduction, that penetration that goes really deep. That's really great for circulation. And then at the same time, there is a lower frequency that's going much faster, but is much lower. You can't hear it with the ear. You do have a actual, what we call a, what are those things called? Clicker thing that goes on there that you can actually hear both frequencies at the same time. But that is the Schumann resonance is always running. So you're getting both frequencies at the same time. There are no other PMF machines that do that. This is a Aurawell Magnawave specific type of setting. This is a digital machine. Okay. Andrea asks, is this digital or analog? This is a digital machine. So for example, I flew all over Europe. I was in Spain, France, Belgium, Amsterdam, Dubai. I've flown all over the world with these digital machines. They go right through TSA. Sometimes they may ask a couple questions and then they let you go. They doesn't look like there's a bomb inside. This is a digital machine. There is no required maintenance. Maintenance may need to happen because it's an electrical device. Sometimes things need to be updated, but there is no required maintenance. It does not need to be recalibrated. It does not need to have any required maintenance. Comes with the full 3-year and 7-year extended warranty included in the price. Let's see. Tweeter. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Sandy. Why is my brain is gone? I just got back 2 days ago, so I think I'm still a little bit jet lagged. Love my Aurawave. Thank you, Wendy. A tweeter. Thank you guys who answered. Holly Martin said, question here. Let me show this. I do a lot of shoulders. Is the Zoom paddle stronger than the butterfly? Yes. So I'm going to turn it up to 20. So the Aurawave goes to 20. Okay, the clicking slows down. I'm getting movement in my shoulder right now. I am feeling my shoulder pulse. It's kind of hard to see on camera. I mean, it is actively moving my shoulder muscle and it is all the way in there. Like it is penetrating all the way in there. Tell me you have a tweeter. Do you have a tweeter? You have a tweeter. I have a tweeter. Thank you, Heather. There you go. Now you can really see. I am really getting that movement right there. Man. That feels good. Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. All right, so I'm going to put the tweeter up so you can hear it. I don't want to mess. It's getting too close to my computer. So you hear that? That's the really deep penetration and that very fast clicking. That's the Schumann resonance. Very cool. Okay, so this just highlights that. Okay, Teresa says, I have mine connected to my Oasis mat. Okay, so I'd love to show you my Oasis mat, but it's a mess right now. But let's talk about that. You can run the Oasis mat, which is our full body chair with the Aurawave. And so I'm going to stop now. So I'm pausing my session at 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Super easy to do. Let's see. Hi, good morning, JD. I love the paddle for feet too. Let's see. Especially for migraines. This is amazing for the bottom of the feet. Incredible for the bottom of the feet. Great for migraines, like you said, sore ankles, etc. The Zoom paddle is my favorite attachment right now. That's why I'm talking about it. And we do have them for Magnawave as well. This is the 12-foot version. So Magnawave and Aurawell both offer this attachment. I want to talk a little bit about also the Rock Red Light. Okay, the Rock Red Light. We have Rock Red Lights in stock, and we also have Hydrawave. And I don't talk about this enough. I love the Hydrawave for a wound spray. Okay, so it very simple. You can get the Hydrawave. If I were to purchase this, and I'm going to put the QR code for this up because I love this stuff. I use it every day. I have been for the last 15 years. I do a lot of swishing it around in my mouth. I use this for pink eye. I use this for pink eye in animals. I use this for any wound that's on the body. This is a colloidal silver bonded with the water molecule, very like less than 1 part per million. I know that silver is a very controversial type of colloidal silver. I love this product because it is bonded with the water molecule. Okay, this is an excellent way. What I do with any injury on animals or people is I spray the Hydrawave and then I put the coil directly over the injury and I use the machine. So we're talking about like almost like a helps with any type of infection. If you have any type of wound healing that you are struggling to heal, Hydrawave is it. I put the QR code to go directly to the Hydrawave right there if you guys are interested. This is the concentrate. So you get you mix this 50% with distilled water, this 50% of this, and then half of the bottle with this, and then half the bottle with distilled water. That is your concentrate. You can divvy it out into small little bottles. If you have pigs or cows that get pink eye or a child, this is a really great option. If you have any type of like issue, you could swish it around in the mouth. Fantastic for that. Great for just a lot of really great wound care issues, especially on animals and people. Anybody. If you have questions about HydroWave, let me know. Okay, let's see. This question, I think Christy, migraines, and we put Zoom on the feet, bottom of feet. Yeah, so you put the Zoom paddle directly, like let's pretend this is a foot. You put it like that. You just put directly on the bottom of the foot, turn it up as high as comfortable. Wendy, I was told you could run the Oasis mat and connect it with BrainTap, but haven't figured out 100% how to do that. Can you expand on that? Wendy, you download the BrainTap app on your cell phone. You put your cell phone in airplane mode so that nobody can call, or you get like a iPad mini, a refurbished, and you download the BrainTap app, and then you plug the that whatever iPad or phone into. Instead of the MP3 player, you use the actual MP3, you use the iPad or phone as the music, and you just play whatever sound or whatever choice is on BrainTap will then go through the headphones and go into the chair. So you don't have to only use the MP3 player that comes with. We send you an MP3 player when you buy the Wave Oasis. Actually, hold on. I'm going to walk away for 1 second so that you guys can see this. I'm going to move something. We'll be right back after this brief message. Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm back. Okay, so let me show you really quickly. This is the MP3 player that comes with the Wave Oasis. So it's preloaded with what we call binaural beats or what everyone calls binaural beats. So it's music that is programmed to the frequency of brainwaves. So like relaxation, there's stress relief. It's incredible. So, and then this is the chair right here. It vibrates and it has the attachment that you can plug into any of the machines. And it has full ability. It comes with headphones. So the vibration vibrates the entire body. Then you have the full body PMF built in. You can put a red light panel over top of it, which is what we do at the Wellness Club. Anybody who's interested in this product, why I love this product so much is that you can find similar systems that are upwards of $150,000 or even $25,000. We are the best priced frequency therapy device where you can get all three modalities, the red light, the PMF, and the vibration at the same time. You can run any music you want. Again, you don't have to use the MP3 player that comes with it. The reason that we do this is so that you don't have to use your cell phone, because you are going to get phone calls. And if you're running a business, like, you don't want your phone ringing in the middle of somebody trying to have a relaxing session. So, but if you do have a business and you want to expand, what I recommend doing is buying refurbished iPad minis off of Amazon or whatever, and then downloading things like the BrainTap app. You actually get this playlist in an email to you when you buy the Wave Oasis. You can add that to any iPad. That's how you run the Wave Oasis. It can be run by itself, just vibration. It can be run singly, just PMF, or it can be run together at the same time. So the Wave Oasis, if you're interested in learning more, you can simply text or call this number right here, 502-706-7221. There it is. It's a little slid down there. But I use it every day, all the time. I absolutely love it. I hope that answered your question, Mindy. Let's see. Kate said, took HydroWave on our cruise. 7,400 people on board with us and didn't get sick. I love that. Hello, Melissa in the hot Chicago burbs. Hi, everybody. I've never heard of HydroWave. Phyllis, HydroWave is amazing. You can check it out right there. This is colloidal silver bonded to the water molecule. Fantastic wound spray. Fantastic for any type of infection. Great for those wounds that just won't heal, especially on animals, especially when bandages keep coming off. I love this stuff. It is a part of my family's life. It is part of my life. Check it out. We sell I would get the concentrate. That's the best deal. Get this big bottle and then put it in the dog's water bowl. Great way to keep it from getting yucky. And I just put what I do, my dogs, I go to 1.2 right here. And I dump it in just 1.2, just a little bit in every morning. Use both the paddle and the Hydrowave on the horse I healed from a gunshot, 6 weeks and gone. That's amazing. BJ Snow, how soon after surgery can you use on an incision site? So BJ, as long as there's no active bleeding on any site, then you can use it. Also, if there's any type of sutures that need to be removed, I like to wait until those are removed. The reason being, you're going to heal very quickly when you start using PMF and red light on an area. And if there's still some, removal that has to happen, that can be uncomfortable. So we recommend that either waiting until all of those are the sutures are removed and or just no active bleeding. For me, I had 3 C-sections. I used it immediately after each one. And as long as I didn't have active bleeding, I had sutures that were dissolved or glue. So it was great. Hydrowave spray, they say, Sandy says, it's great. We use it for dry eye allergies right in the eye. Love it. Andrea Lynn, what is the pulse per minute? Well, each setting has a different pulse per minute. And then are you talking about the main, like, inflammation reduction pulse per minute, or are you talking about the actual Schumann resonance pulse per minute? I don't know. I don't have those numbers right in front of me, but I know it's like we do less than, most of the time, there's less than 1 pulse per second. It's pretty fast. If you would like information on the brain tap, if you have questions about the brain tap, if you'd like to get a brain tap, we do sell the headsets. And we have a very special Magnawave playlist that if you purchase the app through us, you can actually get the whole Magnawave playlist in that app. So if you want to do that, you can text this phone number right here and we can get you taken care of. Text or call that number and we can send you over a quote for that. What creates the vibration on the Oasis mat? I haven't figured that out yet. We have transducers throughout that create the vibration. Let's see. Hey, Robin. Casey says the Oasis mat is phenomenal in literally every single way. It is. It's amazing. If you're interested in getting the Oasis mat, again, there it is. It's a chair or it can go on a massage table. It can lay directly on the floor. Vibration, PMF, it's incredible. Does it kill the brain tap battery? If you're going to use the brain tap headset, I would be careful with turning up the PMF too high. It is not a grounded attachment. Let's see. Amazing tool. Our clients love the Oasis full body reset. Brooke, if you don't like the chair version, I would get a massage table. How or what are the, I believe, our MP3s in the app under resources? How do you use them? Do they work with the brain tap? No, they don't work with the brain tap. If you go into the Magnawave mobile app, I believe what Missy's asking, and you see the music under resources, that's the music that runs on the Wave Oasis. So you can put it in your headphones and listen to it if you want to just listen to it. But it does have the vibration with it. Your jacket is gorgeous. Thank you. I got everything stolen in Europe, in Italy. So I bought myself this pretty jacket. Isn't it nice? It's beautiful, isn't it? How long does it stay stable after opening? That's a great question. I've never had one last more than like 3 months. I mean, I use these pretty quickly. So I would say as long as you keep it in not over in the sun, like it's not overheating and melting, it, probably lasts a year, if not longer. Wendy, yes, you can get an adapter for your iPad so you can swap out the player that came with it. Yes. Do you dilute Hydrowave to nebulize? Yes, 50-50 with distilled water. Yeah, it doesn't really have an expiration date. Oh, parts per milligram. I thought she meant pulses per minute. I love you guys. Okay, it's less than 1 part per million. So it is 1 part colloidal silver per million water molecules. So very low amount. It passes through the blood-brain barrier. That's why I love it. When is the app going to be available for desktop? Andrea, we are launching the new portal, which will be eventually plug into the new mobile app, and they will work together. So you will have a desktop type of version that you will be able to access within the next month. Is the app through you different than the BrainTap app? Casey, we have a specific BrainTap. BrainTap has a Magnawave playlist. If you buy the BrainTap app, which is just the BrainTap app, through Magnawave, not through BrainTap, you will get an extra amount of of audio files. If you buy it through BrainTap, you will not get access to those Magnawave playlists. I used my machine on my horse who ripped her nostril almost completely off. The vet wanted to use right away to keep the blood flowing so it could fuse back together. She had her stitches out at 5 weeks. No problems with the stitches after 60 days. You couldn't even tell it had happened to her. That's amazing. Dorian, if you're having any issues with your Wave Oasis map, please contact support. We can help you. I don't know why yeah. No, the Oasis mat does not come with the BrainTap headset. It comes with a different type. It comes with a black headset because, you guys, the BrainTap headset is made in China. It is not grounded. It is not shielded from PMF. So use it, don't use it. That's up to you. We sell them. They're great. It's just not meant to be used with PMF on high. Yeah, I mean, again, Deborah, you can use the BrainTap headset with the Wave Oasis and the vibration all the time. You just don't want to use it with the PMF on and vibration. You want to just run it as a vibration only when you're using the BrainTap headset. You would get Debbie, if you bought a BrainTap app from us, you would still be able to access everything that they offer. Where can I read the studies for the Aurawave the Aurawave study on prostate? Let's see if I have the QR code here. You can just Google, let's see. And it's also on our website. Let me put the link up here. I am going to put the link up for you right now. If you would like to learn more here, I can probably share my screen and share this with you guys. Let me take this comment off here. So here is the clinical efficacy of PMF therapy in managing benign prostatic hyperplasia, a non-invasive drug-free solution. This is the study. It's directly on our website. I'm going to put the QR code up right now. We saw a 27% reduction in size of those in the patients across the board who did this study. So I will, if you would like to look at it more, you can. It's also on Yahoo Finance. It's been published in several magazines. There you go. Now you can scan. I'm going to stop my share here. You can actually go right there, scan that QR code, and then I'm putting the link in the chat. Let me put the link in the chat. Okay. There is the prostate study. I just put it in the chat. The paddle works great for prostate sessions. Yes, the Aura paddle is you would sit directly on this. You would have somebody sit directly, the man sit directly on this. It doesn't matter either side. Doesn't matter. Use the logo side or the other side. They would sit directly on this, and that's what they would use for their prostate. Hi, Louise in Denmark. We have manufacturing and repair now in Europe. If you are in Europe and you're watching this, you can also text us directly. And we would be happy to work with you in the United States. We do ship from the United States, but all machine repairs and fulfillment after you purchase are done in Belgium. So now we have full repair facilities. You never have to send your machine back to the United States. If you're interested in getting a machine, you can text this phone number. We'd be happy to talk to you if you're in Europe. And we also have a team member heading over there again. I will be back again twice this year. So lots going on in the year coming here. I mean, in the coming year in Europe. Andy, I did not. Oh, I did get Andy sent a video. I love the video and song. I did see that. It was amazing. Let's see. So where can I read? Debbie asked this question, and I put the prostate study right there. Okay, so this is the Aurawave. If you would like to get a machine or from Magnawave or Aurawave, and you want to get the Zoom paddle, if you mention this live broadcast, they are going to give you a Zoom paddle for free if you talk to the sales team. So if you are interested in getting a machine and you would like a Zoom paddle, again, you can easily just mention that you saw this broadcast today, and you will get this. The product specialist will give you the Zoom paddle with the purchase of an Aurawave, any machine that Magnawave or Aura sells, and you will get the Zoom paddle for free. So that's say $1,700 value that we are giving away, but you got to mention this before Wednesday, July 22nd. Let's see. Hello, Angel in Ontario. Hi, Gretchen. Sherry says, my Zoom box ripped. Thank you so much for replacing it so quickly. Girl, we got you. Sometimes things happen. I love my Aura machine. Me too. So this is the Aurawave. Again, I love this device. Aurawell.com, AURAWELL.com if you're interested. You can see the prostate study that we did with these machines. Very interesting. If you want to get, you will get, if you buy a machine right now and you mention this broadcast, you will get 3 attachments for the price of 2. So you will get the Zoom paddle for free. If you mention this when you text in to 1-502-706-7221. Again, 1-502-706-7221. Okay, guys, I am going to be live. Let me make sure I have this correct. I am going to be live on Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Noon Eastern Standard Time. If you are watching this and you share this recording or this live, before then, I'm going to pick a winner and I'm going to do some giveaways on Friday, office hours, noon Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We will be broadcasting everywhere. I will be live. You can bring more questions, bring your friends, tell everybody about it, but share this recording right here in order to be entered to win a prize. Hello, Sheila. We need a protective case for the Aurawave. Very good idea. Debbie, the Aura Zoom paddle looks twice the size of the normal paddle. Debbie, it is the same size. This is the Magnawave one. They are the same. This just has a 12-foot attachment lead, and this has a 6-foot. So it's less attachment lead because humans don't need to be as far away from the machine as one would be with a horse. Will we have to be present if we share this recording and have a meeting at noon? No, Amy, you will not. Hello, Pamela from Wisconsin. I will be live Friday, this coming Friday, 2 days from now, right? At noon Eastern Standard Time. But if you want to win something, you do not have to be present to win, but it'd be great if you were. You need to share this recording. The difference between the paddle is the length and they're the same price. Yes, it is just the length. The paddles are the exact same size and they can be used however. Let's see. Yeah, they do the old blue paddles. They're the same size. But yes, I guess visually they may look different sizes, but they're not bigger. Okay. I think you guys are great. Can you explain the rationale for requiring yearly certification classes when MagnaCon is only available every 2 years? I know it's a new process. Lola, because we learn new stuff every year. So it's very important that we have education every year. Second of all, we are trying to get recognized at several different education levels. We are working to get our education as continuing education for vet techs and veterinarians in different states. The more that we require, the better our education is, the better it is for our practitioners. So not only are we giving them new information every year, we are making sure that everybody stays compliant, which is part of getting recognized as an education, facility or an education process. It has to be have very certain protocols and very certain CEU processes. So that's why we do that. It's very good because we learn so much about PMF. We learn so much and the legislation changes every year. So it is very important that our practitioners are up to date on what's going on. That's why we require certification. MagnaCon is every other year because we are one company and one group of people trying to put on a show for thousands of people at home and hundreds of 500 plus people here in town is a huge project and a huge amount of time and resources. So we just couldn't continue to do it every year. So it is every other year and it's excellent. I love MagnaCon, but the two things have been together as one thing because MagnaCon used to be yearly. Now that it's every other year, the required education is separate. So the MagnaCon years, yes, some of that education is used in the recertification, but the years that there is no MagnaCon, we have a full amount of recertification materials as well. Live notes. Susan, I don't know. Maybe we could add that in. Are there any guidelines or studies on neuropathy with Aurawell? Yeah, so neuropathy, it is used very extensively. PMF is used very extensively for neuropathy. It is something that is very strange because sometimes when you start getting that feeling back, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So people who have neuropathy and then all of a sudden they start getting feeling back, it can feel sharp or hot. That's an interesting thing. But using the rock red light in the PMF in my wellness club, we have seen incredible results with neuropathy. Yes, share this recording, Christy. Yeah, if you want a 12-foot lead on any of our attachments for Aurawell or Magnawave, you just ask for them. As a vet tech, I love the fact that you require CE every year for certification. Thank you. Yeah, we really just want to be the best. I just want to provide the best education. That's all. Do AOPP courses satisfy CE requirements since they are very important to Magnawave? No, AOPP has their own education, their own stuff. They do their own thing. It does not, we're not the same. They operate independently. So I can't tell them what to put in their education and they can't tell me what to put in mine. I encourage everyone to do both, but our education can be very machine specific, treatment specific. Our recertification can be attachment specific. It goes more in depth of our products and what we've learned using our products, where AOPP is a generalized PMF red light education. I think the annual CE is fantastic and leads credibility. Yes. Somebody asked, yeah, my husband has been doing nightly for a few months. Amy, Misty Reed, what is your husband doing? What is he working on? What does he need help with? I don't know what Misty's husband is having problems. Anastasia, I bought 2 Aurawell machines with the buy one, get one. Do I get 2 more trainings for those? You get a training with each of those. Each machine has its own certification training. Yeah. And right now, though, the Aurawell training is going through AOPP. It will be going through us in August. So Aura will have its own training starting in August. Is there red light rock training? Got it. Yes, there is red light rock training. It is in the certification. Neuropathy on his feet. Oh, Amy, how high are you treating or working on him? Okay, first of all, this is what you need to be doing. Make sure you're switching the attachments up every night. Do not use the same attachment, okay, for your husband. You need to go as strong as you can, and you need to add rock red light in. You have to add the red light. It's like the tipping point for neuropathy. You have to do both. Tim Sam, no, there is not any update on that. I did not appreciate the results that I got from the studies I did. I hope that's enough. If you would like to schedule a call, I'd be happy to go more in depth with you on that one. Okay, so coming up in the next month, you guys, big changes to the website, big changes to the portal, lots going on. I'm going to do a lot more pop-up lives. If you're not following Magnawave and Aurawell and Energy Exchange on Facebook and Instagram, please do so you can keep up with everything. Scan here to see the prostate study. Text or call us here at any time. This number, save it in your phone, text us, call us, whatever. This is going to get you to somebody very fast. If you have questions or need anything, you could fill out any of the forms on Magnawave or Aurawell's website. We'd be happy to contact you. We have real people in our chat, real people talking to you on our website. I do not use bots. He's using the mat on 12 Soul Pro. No. Amy, you switch him to the large loop or the butterfly loop. That's your problem. Debbie, I don't know what you mean by that. If you want training with BrainTap, you're going to have to reach out to them directly. Hi. Hi, Julie. Hi, Kate. Julie says, oh, this just popped up on my feed. I'm actually in the barn, Magnawaving my alpaca. Oh, the Hoova app. Christy, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll have somebody look into that for you about the Hoova app. But don't worry, all of the videos are getting migrated over right now into the new education, and those will be coming out in August. Because that why change from the mat to the small butterfly? If you are working on an area, the signal, okay, imagine that you have a certain amount of light, okay, or water or whatever. That's what a magnetic field is. If you are pushing that over a larger area, you're decreasing the signal over that area. So if you're wanting to work on something that is such acute as neuropathy, you need to have something that is a smaller surface area to do that with. So butterfly loop, Zoom paddle. Mag energy mat every once in a while, but not every day. That's why we're struggling to see the results. If I were doing cellulitis and swelling in legs, I would do both the rock and the mat, and I would do loops interchangeably. So every other session, switch between the loops and the mat. Can I post the link for the QR? Yes. Okay. Also, I would encourage everyone, if you're working, Amy, I would do 5 days on of sessions for your husband or whoever's husband this is, and 2 days off. 5 days on with the butterfly loops, 2 days off. For how long for the neuropathy? 20 minutes on each foot. As high as you can. Lots of water. Okay, great. I'm going to be live again. Bring your questions. You have questions. I know you have questions. So write them down. Bring them. Noon Eastern Standard Time, Friday. This coming Friday. If you want a Zoom paddle for free for Magnawave or Aurawell and you're thinking about getting a Magnawave or Aurawell machine, mention this recording before June 22nd and our team will give you this for free. They will add it to your quote. Yay, that's a $1,700 value. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see you Friday, noon Eastern Standard Time right here. Have a wonderful rest of your day.